There's something magical about Rome. The chaos, the beauty, the history layered on top of itself like a very dramatic lasagna. But for me, the real magic is the food, especially the dishes that look simple but hit you with flavor like a Roman gladiator with excellent seasoning skills. Welcome back to Tano's Table. Today we're tackling carbonara, a dish everyone knows, everyone loves, everyone is terrified of messing up. It's the culinary equivalent of a parallel parking. Looks easy, feels stressful, and someone is always watching. But fear not, by the end of this video you'll be making carbonara so silky it could star in a shampoo commercial. I'm going to show you a few techniques that make this dish absolutely foolproof. And yes, I said foolproof. Even if you've scrambled eggs in your carbonara before, even if you've made something that looked like cheesy breakfast pasta, today redemption is yours. First up, pasta. The type you choose determines whether your sauce clings beautifully or slides off like it's trying to escape the plate and start a new life in another country. I use spaghetti quadrati, square-shaped spaghetti. That geometry gives the sauce something to hold on to, like a koala gripping a tree during a windstorm. It's durable and effective. But honestly, the shape also changes the feel of the dish. Round spaghetti is classic, but square spaghetti has this subtle bite, this tiny bit of resistance that makes every mouthful feel intentional. If you can't find it, no panic. Bucatini, rigatoni, or even linguine will work. Just don't use farfalle. Bow ties are for weddings, not carbonara. Next, cheese. I'm a 100% Pecorino Romano purist. It's sharp, salty, funky, like if a rock band were made of sheep. Pecorino is what gives carbonara its attitude, its swagger, its I woke up like this energy. But if you want to tone down the funk, swap about 30% for Parmigiano Reggiano. Totally acceptable, no judgment, this is a safe space. We're here to cook, not to shame dairy choices. One thing I will judge though is pre-grated cheese. Don't do it. That stuff is basically edible confetti. It melts about as well as a Marvel movie plot hole and tastes like disappointment. Now for my secret move. For each person, I use 1 egg yolk plus 1 whole egg. This gives you richness, depth, and that ultra creamy texture that makes you question every life choice that led you to not make carbonara sooner. The yolks bring the silkiness, the whole egg brings the structure, and together they create a sauce that feels like it should be illegal. And yes, we're using raw eggs. But don't worry, the heat from the pasta and the technique we're using will bring everything to the perfect temperature. No scrambled eggs, no omelette, no trauma. And now, the most controversial ingredient on earth, the meat. Traditionalists will tell you carbonara must be made with guanciale. And yes, that's the classic, the OG, the Beyoncé of cured pork. But don't let anyone gatekeep your dinner. Use pancetta, mushrooms, chicken, or brace yourselves. Why not bacon? Yeah, I said it, bacon. You know what? Let's start a debate below in the comments. I'll bring popcorn and maybe a helmet. Carbonara comes together faster than you can say mamma mia. So have everything ready. This is not the time to start chopping things mid-recipe. This is a synchronized dance, a pasta ballet, a saucy sprint. Start by grating your pecorino. I use a microplane because it gives you super fine cheese snow that melts beautifully. Use whatever grater you want, just don't use pre-grated cheese. Talked about this, I'm watching you. And honestly, after grating this much pecorino, who needs spinach, right Popeye? Your forearms will be shredded. Guanciale has layers. Fat, meat, fat. Cut it into matchsticks about 1 centimeter wide, keeping that fat meat fat sandwich intact. That's where the magic happens, that's where flavor lives. Get a pot of water going, but don't salt it like the sea this time. The guanciale and the pecorino are already bringing enough salt to make Poseidon nervous. Place the guanciale in a cold pan over low heat. No oil, the fat will render out like it's slowly melting into a luxurious pate. You'll hear gentle sizzling, not aggressive frying. If your guanciale starts screaming, turn the heat down. Once it starts turning translucent, that's your cue to drop the pasta into the boiling water. And while you're waiting, make sure to like and subscribe. It helps more than you think. 3 minutes before the pasta is done, grab a mug of that starchy pasta water. The stuff is the glue, the binder, the emulsifier, basically the duct tape of Italian cooking. Italians don't fix things with duct tape, they fix things with pasta water. By now, your guanciale has rendered out a glorious pool of fat. Spoon some out and save it. Too much fat in the pan will make the dish overwhelmingly rich, but the extra fat is liquid gold for adjusting the sauce later. In a bowl, combine your grated pecorino, black pepper, a splash of pasta water, and a bit of that guanciale fat. Mix until it forms a paste. This gently tempers the eggs and helps prevent them from scrambling later. This step is like pre-mixing paint before you start a masterpiece. It makes everything smoother, creamier, and more predictable. Your pasta and guanciale should be ready. Reserve some crispy guanciale for topping. That's your crown, your crunch, your victory lap. Add the pasta straight into the pan with the guanciale. Stir so nothing sticks. Let the pasta absorb some of that porky goodness. Remove the pan from the heat. Before adding the cheese mixture, coat the bottom of the pan with pasta water. This is the trick, the shield, the Gandalf you shall not pass that prevents scrambled eggs. Add the pecorino paste and stir vigorously until it becomes a cohesive glossy sauce. Adjust with pasta water or guanciale fat depending on how rich you want it. If it's grainy, add more water, it will smooth out. Trust the process. Twirl onto a plate like you're auditioning for a cooking show. Spoon over that creamy sauce, crack some fresh pepper, and crown it with that crispy guanciale. Take a moment to admire it and whisper ciao bella if you must. And there it is, spaghetti carbonara, a dish that transports me straight back to Rome every single time, to the cobblestones, chaos, the charm, and the food that somehow tastes like history and comfort at the same time. Thanks for watching, and as always, buon appetito. Ciao ciao.